All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Sports Dom coming back with another video. Holy shit, that game was insane. 8-7, the Buffalo Sabres in first place, baby, over the Tampa Bay Lightning. 8-7. Holy shit, that game was insane and intense. Holy shit, dude. The Tampa Lightning scored 4 in the second, 3 in the third for 7 goals. The Buffalo Sabres scored in every period. Don't you know? The Buffalo Sabres scored 1 in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third for 8 goals. So let's recap this. Over 100 minutes in penalties. Over 100 minutes, 70 in the first period alone. 70 minutes in penalties in the first period alone. Okay? Okay? 70 minutes in the first period. Wow. Holy shit, dude. Goals. Tampa 7, Buffalo 8. Shots. The Sabres almost tripled them. The Lightning 28 shots, the Sabres 42 shots on goal to 28. Block shots. Tampa Bay Lightning 6, Buffalo Sabres 15 hits. Tampa Bay 41, Buffalo 26. Faceoffs, Lightning 32, Sabres 32. Power plays. Tampa Bay was 1 for 2, Buffalo 4 for 7. Buffalo was 4 for 7 on the power play. They scored 4 motherfucking power play goals, ladies and gentlemen. 4. And penalty minutes. Lightning 57, Sabres 45. 57 penalty minutes for the Lightning, 45 for the Sabres. That's like, what, 110 minutes? Let's see. 122 minutes in penalties. Holy cow, dude. Scoring in the first period. At 8:26, it was Buffalo's Josh Stone. His 20th of the season on the power play. Assisted by Tage Thompson, his 33rd, and Bowen Byram, his 23rd. 1-0 Buffalo, and that's how the first period ends. 7 goals scored in the second period. 7! Okay, let's get to the second period goals, because there's a lot. At 2:15, it was Buffalo's Jason Zucker, his 18th of the season, on the power play. Assisted by Rasmus Dahlin, his 43rd, and assisted by Tage Thompson, his 2nd of the game, his 34th of the season, and it's 2-0 Buffalo Sabres. And then at 5:10, it was Buffalo's Alex Tuck, his 26th of the season, and on the what? On the power play. Assisted by Tage Thompson, his 3rd of the game, his 35th of the season, and Noah Ostlund, his 14th of the season, and it's 3-0 Buffalo Sabres. And then at 7:55, it was Tampa Bay's Corey Perry, his 13th of the season, assisted by Nikita Kucherov, his 69th, and by Darren Radish, his 39th, and it's 3-1 Buffalo Sabres. And then at 11:07, it was Buffalo's Alex Tuck, his 2nd of the game, his 27th of the season, shorthanded, assisted by Bowen Byram, his 2nd of the game, his 24th of the season. 4-1 Buffalo. They had a 4-1 lead, and then they trailed 7-4 somehow. And then at 12:26, it was Tampa's Nikita Kucherov, his 33rd on the power play, assisted by Radish, his 2nd of the game, his 40th of the season. 4-2 Buffalo. And then at 14:46, it was Tampa's former Buffalo Sabre, Zemgus Girgensons, his 8th of the season, assisted by Yanni Gord, his 16th, and Moser, his 16th, and it's a 4-3 Sabre lead. And then at 17:37, the lead is completely wiped out. It was Tampa's J.J. Moser, his 6th of the season, assisted by Connor Geeky, his second, 4-4. And that's how the second period ends, a 4-4 tie. And then in the third period, oh shit. At 59 seconds, it was Tampa Bay's Nikita Kucherov, his second of the game, his 34th of the season, assisted by Hagel, his 29th, and Moser, his second of the game, his 17th of the season, and it's 5-4 Tampa. And then at 5:46, it was Tampa Bay's Braden Point, his 16th of the season, unassisted, and the lead is completely gone. 6-4 Tampa. And then at 6:12, it was Buffalo Sam Carrick, the new guy. His 5th of the season, his first as a Buffalo Sabre. He made his debut last night against Nashville. Assisted by Zach Benson, his 21st, and Michael Kesselring, his second. And it's 6-5 Tampa. And then at 9:48, it was Tampa's Brandon Hagel, his 30th of the season, assisted by Cirelli, his 23rd, and Radish, his 3rd of the game, his 41st of the season. And it's a 7-5 Tampa lead. And then at 11:03, it was Buffalo's Rasmus Dahlin, his 13th of the season, assisted by Tage Thompson, his 4th of the game, his 36th of the season, and Bo Byram, his 3rd of the game, his 25th of the season. And it's 7-6. So Tage Thompson, 4 assists in this game. Bo Byram, 3 assists. And then at 14:29, it was Buffalo's Jason Zucker, his 2nd of the game, his 19th of the season, assisted by Ryan McLeod, his 33rd, and it's 7-7. And then at 15:43, it was Buffalo's Josh Doan, his 2nd of the game, his 21st of the season, on the power play, assisted by Jason Zucker, his 15th, and by Rasmus Dahlin, his 2nd of the game, his 44th of the season. 8-7 Buffalo Sabres. Man, this game was crazy. Back and forth. But you can now call them the first place Buffalo Sabres. They win 8-7, so they get two wins this season over the Tampa Lightning. We got to beat them one more time to take the season series from Tampa, just like we did against the Stanley Cup champions. All right, penalties. All right, here we go. Wow. All right. In the first period, at 4:36, it was Tampa's Darren Radish, 2 minutes for slashing. And at 4:36, it was Buffalo's Rasmus Dahlin, 5-minute major for fighting. At 4:36, it was Tampa's Darren Radish, 5-minute major for fighting. At 4:36, it was Tampa's Brandon Hagel, 2 minutes for boarding. And then at 8:20, it was Tampa's Eric Cernak, 2 minutes for interference. And at 8:54, it was Tampa Bay's Scott Sabourin, 5-minute major for fighting. At 8:54, it was Buffalo's Sam Carrick, 5-minute major for fighting. At 9:13, it was Tampa's Charlie Edward de Asus, 2 minutes for roughing. And at 9:13, it was Tampa's Charlie Edward de Asus, 10-minute misconduct. At 9:13, it was Buffalo's Peyton Krebs, 5-minute major for fighting. At 9:13, it was Tampa's Brandon Hagel, 5-minute major for fighting. At 9:13, it was Buffalo's Bowen Byram, 2 minutes for roughing. And at 9:13, it was Buffalo's Bowen Byram, 10-minute misconduct. At 10:40, it was Buffalo's Matthias Samuelsson, 2 minutes for slashing. At 10:40, it was Tampa's Nikita Kucherov, 2 minutes for slashing. At 14:59, it was Tampa's Eric Cernak, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. At 14:59, it was Buffalo's Michael Kesselring, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. And at 16:41, it was Buffalo's Noah Ostlund, 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct. In the second period, at 2 seconds in, it was Tampa Bay's Eric Cernak, 5-minute major for fighting. At 2 seconds, it was Buffalo's Michael Kesselring, 5-minute major for fighting. At 6 seconds, it was Buffalo's Beck Mellenstein, 5-minute major for fighting. At 6 seconds, it was Tampa Bay's Corey Perry, 5-minute major for fighting. At 1:31, it was Tampa's Ryan McDonough, 2 minutes for high sticking. At 3:35, it was Tampa's Brandon Hagel, 2 minutes for roughing. At 3:35, it was Tampa's Brandon Hagel, 2 minutes for roughing, so he got a double minor. And then at 10:56, it was Buffalo's Owen Power, 2 minutes for high sticking. And then in the third, just 2 penalties. At 15:03, it was Tampa Bay's Zemgus Giggensons, 2 minutes for slashing. And then at 20 minutes, it was Tampa's Anthony Cirelli, 2 minutes for charging. 42 shots on goal for the Buffalo Sabres. How often do you see that? And after playing last night, too. So Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen stopped 21 of 28 shots as a .750 save percentage, and he played 58 minutes and 30 seconds. Zach Benson, 1 assist, 1 point. His plus minus was 1. He had 2 hits, 1 shot, played 14 minutes and 15 seconds. Bowen Byram had 3 assists, 3 points, 12 penalty minutes, 1 hit, 7 shots, and he played 19 minutes and 21 seconds. Sam Carrick had 1 goal, 1 point, plus minus of -2. He had 5 penalty minutes, 3 hits, 3 shots, and he played 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Rasmus Dahlin had 1 goal, 2 assists, 3 points. His plus minus was 2. 5 penalty minutes. He had 1 shot and he played 25 minutes and 25 seconds. Josh Doan had 2 goals, 2 points, plus minus of -2. He had 2 hits, 4 shots, and he played 17 minutes and 34 seconds. Michael Kesselring had 1 assist, 1 point. His plus minus was 1. He had 7 penalty minutes. He had 1 shot, and he played 6 minutes and 3 seconds. Peyton Krebs had 5 penalty minutes, 1 shot, and he played 8 minutes, 46 seconds. Beck Mellenstein, his plus minus was -1. Peyton Krebs was a -3. Beck Mellenstein had 5 penalty minutes, 3 hits, and he played 6 minutes. Ryan McLeod, 1 assist, 1 point. His plus minus was 2. He had 1 hit, 2 shots, and he played 20 minutes and 12 seconds. Zach Metza, he played 8 minutes, 55 seconds. Josh Norris had 1 hit, 1 shot. He played 17 minutes and 55 seconds. His plus minus was -1. Noah Osland had 1 assist, 1 point. His plus minus was -1. He had 2 penalty minutes. He had 2 shots, and he played 16 minutes and 34 seconds. Josh Norris played 17 minutes, 55 seconds. Owen Power, his plus minus was -4. He had 2 penalty minutes. He had no shots, and he played 27 minutes and 8 seconds. Jack Quinn, the mighty Quinn, had 4 hits, 3 shots, and he played 15 minutes and 19 seconds. Matthias Samuelsson, his plus minus was -3. He had 2 penalty minutes, 2 hits, 3 shots, and he played 24 minutes and 57 seconds. Tage Thompson had 4 assists, 4 points. His plus minus was -1. He had 3 hits, 3 shots, and he played 19 minutes and 39 seconds. And Alex Tuch, he had 2 goals, 2 points. He had 3 hits, 4 shots, and he played 18 minutes and 3 seconds. Jason Zucker had 2 goals, 1 assist, 3 points. His plus minus was 1. He had 6 shots, and he played 16 minutes and 42 seconds. So, like I said, what a game. A lot of penalties, over 100 minutes in penalties. But ladies and gentlemen, they went from worst to first. And ladies and gentlemen, they took 2 from the Tampa Bay Lightning. They split in Tampa Bay. And now, the last time we beat them 6-2 in Tampa. We beat them 8-7 tonight in Buffalo. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are the first place Buffalo Sabres. We have 84 points. Tampa Bay Lightning, 82 points. The Buffalo Sabres win 7 in a row. Like I said in my preview, I want another 10-plus game winning streak. We may get it. Let's see here. The Tampa Bay Lightning fall to 39-19-4. The Buffalo Sabres improved to 39-19-6. Tampa does have 2 games in hand, but right now we are 2 points ahead of the Tampa Bay Lightning. We win 8-7 over the Tampa Bay Lightning, and we went from early in December. People thought, oh no, it's another, season of missing the playoffs. We went from worst for the last 15 seasons to first in the 2025-2026 season. When they fired Kevin Adams and put in Jarmo Kekalainen, this team's been on a roll. Oh, and tonight they were wearing the black and red goat heads. So guys, comment in the comment section below on what you think of this crazy, crazy game. And as always, if you like my videos and shorty shorts, then all you got to do is like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. What a game. They did speak to Logan Stanley in the second period. It's something about their visas that Pearson, Shen, and Stanley can't play yet. But Logan Stanley is here. And he said that Pearson came with him and Shen will be on his way very, very shortly. So hopefully these guys can play at some point on this 5-game road or homestand. We are 2-0 on the 5-game homestand. We beat Nashville last night 3-2. We beat Tampa tonight 8-7 to claim sole possession of first place in the Atlantic Division. So guys, like I said, comment in the comment section below on what you think. And as always, if you like my videos, like, subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you don't miss a video. Man, what a game. And now on Tuesday, we will play the San Jose Sharks in the 3rd game of this 5-game homestand. And then on Thursday, we play Washington. And on Saturday, home against Toronto before we go on the road for 4 in Vegas and then California. So, guys, comment, like, subscribe. Go Sabres. Stay tuned for my San Jose Sharks at Buffalo Sabres preview. Man, will this team ever lose again? I'm beginning to think maybe not. Maybe this Sabres team won't lose anymore. We got to get our 40th win of the season on Tuesday. We got to stay ahead of Tampa. We got to keep first place in the Atlantic Division. I know the schedule is going to get tougher and tougher, but right now we have first place in the Atlantic and we want to keep it. So guys, comment, like, subscribe. Go Sabres. What a win. Back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. But we did it. The boys are back. Ladies and gentlemen, the Buffalo Sabres are back. National Hockey League, this is your warning. The Buffalo Sabres are back. So guys, comment, like, subscribe. Go Sabres. 8-7 winners. And the first place Sabres. Go Sabres.